Well, good morning, everyone. Today's Wednesday, and I continue to feel a little bit sick. I think I'm starting to feel a little bit better, or I'm starting to turn a corner, I guess, because my throat doesn't feel as sore as it did yesterday when I woke up. But I'm still congested. I'm still feeling kind of out of it. And yeah, it just makes it difficult to feel motivated to do things. I woke up this morning with a little bit of anxiety because emotionally, I feel like I've been preparing for this week to start this new project. And get going. There's a certain sense of like, it's basically what we were trying to do. We were trying to get a renewed sense of motivation to get going. And then this happens right at the beginning, and it just kind of ruins plans, which is, very fitting for life, I guess. But we also have to learn to navigate these kinds of situations because I feel like a weird sense of duality where, internally, my mind and my emotions are like ready to go, but then physically I don't feel up for it. And I don't know if that ever happens to you guys where there's that sort of, your heart is in one place, but your body's in another. And so, yeah, I'm also, foggy brained, and I also don't know if that has to do with, being sick for the last 2 days, not doing much. And that's where it can be difficult for someone like me, some of you guys who are similar. When you're sick, you feel sick. You don't feel good. And it's very easy to sort of slip into depression just because you don't feel good. And you don't feel good, so you're not really doing much, so you get kind of bored. But then when you think about doing something, then you also don't have the motivation, you don't physically feel up for it, you don't have the energy, which then makes you even more lethargic and can make you even more depressed. And at least for me, that's when, if I'm really, really sick, then, maybe I don't have as much of an appetite, but then as I start getting better, but without fully having recovered, then that's when cravings start coming in. And it makes it, hard to, it just makes everything harder. It makes days harder. And so I'm feeling a little bit better. And yesterday I didn't do any of my measurements just because I really didn't feel up for it. But today I managed to get myself up here and do my measurements. My blood pressure is a little bit elevated, but, which I guess is normal. Also, my lumen measurement. So lumen is that little thing that I use to measure my metabolism. Was a little bit elevated as well. And they usually say that if you're feeling sick, your lumen measurement might be a little bit higher than normal. It was still a 3 out of 5, which is not bad, but it is I guess it's a little more elevated than it has been, for the last few weeks. And so maybe being sick is contributing to that. But I was reading about it, not reading, sorry, got a little distracted. When you do your lumen measurement, sometimes they have these little like tips, like little video tips and stuff. And one of the things that it talked about today is not paying enough attention to rest, or not giving, how did it say it? Not giving enough importance to rest, and just talking about the importance of rest, and basically paying attention to what your body needs. And it basically says that, like, of course, we need proper nutrition, we need exercise, and we need rest. And when we're motivated to do something, which happens to a lot of us, especially at the beginning, when you're motivated to get going with, a new exercise regime, or like a new diet or anything like that, we tend to overlook the importance of rest. And so if we're not paying attention to it, the body will do things like even break down muscle for energy, and try to store more fat, and basically try to protect itself because you're not giving it the rest that it needs. And so one of the things that it said is to look for like an elevated resting heart rate in the mornings. And it's interesting because I was looking at mine, and my resting heart rate. Luckily, the Oura ring, the ring that I wear as a fitness and sleep tracker, measures my resting heart rate as I sleep, and it is a little bit elevated. So I guess it means that the fact that I'm giving myself rest, because I'm giving myself rest, I am improving. But this also means that I probably still need a little bit more rest. Luckily, Wednesday is usually not a huge activity day for me, so I don't feel like I'm skipping too much, and hopefully I can be back feeling better tomorrow, so I can go to ping pong, and then Friday we can do our workout. But again, I keep talking about the importance of prioritizing health, and it looks like this is what my health needs: rest. It's just, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it's so difficult when you're, I don't even know how to say it. You feel like you're failing before you even start, because you were supposed to do this thing and you're not doing it. And it's, and I know what you guys will say, because you guys are too kind, and you say like, "Oh, you're doing great. Please take care of yourself." And you're absolutely right. And I'm following those recommendations, and I'm following the common sense that I would probably give a friend. But we tend to be not as kind to ourselves as we are to others, and so there's a part of me that feels like I'm failing at this already. Like I should be doing more, but like, one of the biggest things is trying to, sorry, I spaced out for a moment. Just thinking about the fact that, well, maybe I should be doing some light exercise and stuff, but yeah, I don't really feel like doing it. And so it's sort of like dealing with that mentally. Well, so my mind wants to get going and wants to exercise and wants to do things, yet my body doesn't really feel like I need to do it, or that I want to do it. And so I keep thinking about, I guess what bothers me is, yet again, the idea of is this real or is this self-sabotage? And I don't know. I mean, it feels real, but then at this, and I have the physical symptoms of it, but I can't help but to feel that there is some self-sabotage going on. Like, of course you had to get sick this week when we're starting to, when we're trying to get started on this new thing. And that's the beauty of setting up a goal like 200 by 40, where we have such a long way to go. So it's going to be like somebody mentioned in the comments not that long ago, which I thought was brilliant, that says that, this path to success is, thousands of little decisions, and hopefully you'll just make a few more better decisions than others, but the individual ones are not, if you keep making better decisions, a little bit more than the bad decisions that we sometimes make with health, we'll eventually get there. And that's the beauty of, I feel like I'm so not eloquent right now. I feel like my brain is not working. So I hope this is making sense. But having a goal that is further ahead, but still very clear in what the stepping stones are. So, we have some goals that we're setting up for ourselves, and week through, week after week, it gives us the opportunity to course correct and feel like, okay, we haven't failed because this is just getting started, and we're going to have plenty of time for this. And so I'm thinking that I'll just take one more day of being here and just kind of relaxing a little bit and thinking about, just thinking about how to continue to make this better. I haven't been very productive the last couple of days in thinking, because I might start like trying to think about thinking, and then I just sometimes just doze off. And so the idea is to think about ways. I basically want to come up with a way to present and keep track of the metrics that we're measuring for this, and have a way to present it to you guys, and have it in a way that is helpful. I don't know. Like, I feel, I tend to be a very visual person, and so having things represented visually can help quite a bit. And I'm thinking that'll help me, but then at the same time, maybe help you guys. And so that's what I'm thinking about. And I keep wanting to think about it. I'm not doing a very good job of doing it. So I'll keep thinking about it, and hopefully tomorrow we feel a little bit better. We can get back to exercising a bit. And I guess it doesn't matter where we start, right? It matters where we end up, and we know where we're going to end up. 200 by 40, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right. Thank you for hanging in there. I will see you guys tomorrow.